Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Life Coaching Access, your daily access with professional certified life coaches brought to you by Life Coach Philippines. Life Coach Philippines is our community of professional life coaches certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, a bona fide institute for mental health that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. Life Coaching Access is our service to the community, and we aim to help individuals experience the process of transformation through the platform of life coaching. If you want to know more about our international coaching classes and services, please connect with Coach Rizel through 0917-586-16614 for assistance. So, hello everyone. I'm coming in live from La Trinidad, Benguet, and today is November 5th. It's Thursday at 10 a.m. Still, we are under our topic, our big topic, Project Rescue from Self-Sabotage, Get Out in the Way of Your Own Progress. And for this November, we're going to talk all about the self. And yeah, I would like to invite you to say hi in the comments down below and share this with your friends and people you know who would benefit from this. Because, yeah, uh, let's talk about yourself. Let's talk about you. And yeah, as I have said, I will be here, I will be present every Thursday at 10 a.m. for the rest of November. And yep, welcome, welcome, welcome. Bring in your friends and your acquaintances who you know will benefit from this. And yes, I'm Coach Cherry Minas. I'm also certified by the Institute, and you can follow me at my Facebook page, Coach Chair, and my Facebook group. But you have to answer the questions before you get in. It's self curiosity to authentic growth. And I would like to encourage you to share your aha moments, your light bulb moments on your timeline, on your Facebook groups and pages, on your Instagram, LinkedIn, and even Twitter with the hashtag #PackMyBagMoment so that we can bless other people, and hashtag life coaching access so that we can easily find you when you have those posts. Okay, so what is our topic for today that is all about the self? We're going to talk about self-esteem. Yes, you heard me right. What is self-esteem actually? So, as first, let's start with the word esteem. Well, when you search the word esteem on your dictionary and on Google, um, it means it's a noun, and it could also be used as a verb. It means respect and admiration. So that to me is a beautiful word. It's respect and admiration, esteem. And you add the word self-esteem. So it's self-respect and self-admiration. So how do you have that? Or do you have that? Is it low? Is it high? It's is it in the center? Or I don't know how you would actually measure your self-respect and your self-admiration. Or in a whole, how would you measure your self-esteem? And even when we introduce someone, a guest, the MC would say, um, our esteemed guest. That means we have high regard on our high respect and you know, high admiration on our guests. So we say our esteemed guests. So yeah, in psychology, actually, self-esteem means that um, means how much, or self-esteem is about how much you appreciate and like yourself. How do you like yourself actually? Do you like it 100%? Do you like it 99%? Do you like it 50%? Or it depends on the time of the day, or it depends on the season of the year. Let's say on spring, do you like yourself that much? 100%, 50%, 25%, 0%. So yeah, so it also encompasses your beliefs, your emotions and behaviors, and that is self-esteem. So yep, how much is your self-esteem? Is it low? Is it high? And since we have defined self-esteem, because oftentimes self-esteem and self-confidence are interchangeable, but they are actually two different things, two different words. So um, let's go to debunking the myths around self-esteem, because sometimes we have beliefs that were passed on to us and we just believe them without even questioning them, especially now that we're grown up. Because when we were young, we just like follow our parents, follow our caretakers, like the things that they said, the things that they tell us, the things that they show us, we just follow them because they are our guide, and we think they are true. And then we grow up, and I hope we don't die believing things that aren't true for ourselves. So yeah, let's debunk those myths about self-esteem. And yeah, tell me if you are connecting with these myths and if you have been believing these things in the past. First is compliments will make you feel better. So, in my experience, especially when I was, I think, in high school, in my elementary days, where or when I have really, really low self esteem, I do things and people would compliment me. You did great. That was awesome. But in myself, I wouldn't even acknowledge that, the Filipino uh I'm not saying that this is everybody, but usually we hear people when we acknowledge them that, oh, uh because I prepared for the whole night. They actually don't want to receive the compliment, and they say things uh that are like excuses that they have not actually done that. And that was me before. So I thought, or if you think that compliments will make you feel better, will crank up your self-esteem, rate, it doesn't. If you have low self-esteem, no amount of compliments, no number of compliments will actually make you feel better. And that is because inside you think you are not enough. You are not really good enough. You don't know enough, and you are not worthy. So, yep. Are you connecting? Tell me if you are. Let me see if you have some comments here. So, yeah, say hi, and where are you coming in live from? Or where are you actually listening to me from? Are you at work? I think Coach Lynn is at work and the others are at home. Hello, everyone. So yeah, I cannot find that one, but yeah, later I'll be reading your comments. Okay, so next is getting what you want will elevate your self-esteem. Who here have actually done things, when you're really low and you do things that you think will make you feel better? So examples would be you go to the gym, you do the work, you work out, and then you apply the right diet, you lose weight, but still at the end of the day, you think you're not enough. You have not lost enough fats from your body. And you're like, your body is still not the perfect, thin, sexy that we actually, or the society said that it is. Like, how does society define beautiful and sexy? Sexy is really thin, thin, thin. You're sexy when you're thin, thin, thin. And like, beauty is like tall nose, um, like long lashes, like fair skin. So if you're dark, you're not that beautiful. And like I hear people say, when you have a fair skin, you will be more beautiful. And yeah, people believe that actually. And people do things to actually follow that beauty beauty standard or that body standard. Yeah. And yeah, maybe you have found the right guy, the right lady for you, but still you're not happy. You actually do things to sabotage yourself. So you see how self-esteem is related to you self-sabotaging. Yeah, you may go to beautiful places, you may travel first class, and still, and like you post it on social media, and like people would say, oh, good for you, you went there, and blah blah blah. But still, in yourself when you go to sleep that you're empty, that it has nothing to do with you. You still feel low. So yeah, let's debunk that. Getting what you want will not actually elevate your self-esteem. Yeah, tell me if you are connecting, guys. Tell me down below. I'll answer your or I'll comment to your comments later after this. Next is people with low self-esteem tend to not think of themselves enough. Like they think of others. That's why they have low self-esteem. But actually, a person with a low self-esteem would always think of themselves and would always say, I am plus negative uh, adjective or noun. Like, I am ugly, I am not worthy, I. So they actually do not, they compare themselves to others and they say, I am not good enough. She's better than me. And I am not good as her. I am not good as him. I am not as intelligent as that other person. So, yeah. And to tell you a story about my experience, I was that person before. I have very low self-esteem and I am really full of myself. Like being full of yourself is actually okay because who else would you be full enough? But then if you're so full of yourself and you're thinking of all the negative things about yourself and labeling yourself of the negative adjectives, then yeah, it's not healthy. And that is because you have a low self-esteem. So before my story is that I am unlucky. So good for them because they have good parents, good for them. They don't have a broken family like I do. Good for them that they are born wealthy. So if I was born wealthy, then I could be better. It's all I. So when I realized that I was so full of myself with all those negative things that is unhealthy, I was able to actually work to raise my self-esteem too high. So if you are so full of yourself, with I, plus the negatives, then check if you want to stay in that position, like for the rest of your life. So I'm debunking that from my own experience that people with low self-esteem tend to think of themselves really all the time. Yeah. Next is, yeah, very successful people have high self-esteem. So why is it that we hear celebrities, those people we look up to, and we think that they have everything? Why is it that we hear people who take their lives? Yeah, we've heard people who took their lives, and like who were on OD or drug overdose, because they want to suppress that feeling. Like they were depressed and they have this anxiety, and because they do not want to have that feeling, they take like a lot of drugs and they die out of that. It's not like, it doesn't look like suicide, but yeah, they take drugs, even prescription drugs, not just the drug that we know, even the prescription drug in overdose, because they do not want to actually feel that. So yeah, my examples. You know her, right? She's a really good singer. She's Demi Lovato, and she accepted publicly that she actually struggled with very low self-esteem, and she worked on that, and she's better now, because one of the myth of self-esteem is that, like, if you have high self-esteem, you have high self-esteem all the time. Sometimes it goes up and down, and yeah, you work on that actually. So the next person that I know you recognize is J Lo. So I like her dancing, right? She is actually a really, really good dancer. And even now that she's in her 40s, she could shake that, she would shake that booty. She's really good. And she has the money, but still, she said that she as well struggled with low self esteem. So let's debunk that, guys. Uh, Not all very successful people have high self-esteem. Number five, and the last one here, is some people are blessed to have high self-esteem. It's like you are born with high self-esteem. Like if you have a talent, let's say in singing, then you must have a high self-esteem. We actually label that to people around us. Like if they are talented in this area, we say that they have high self-esteem. But again, I don't know about you. Maybe you are talented and you know in yourself that you don't have a high self-esteem. Hence, you know that this is a myth. This is a myth, right? So I don't know if you know Lizzie Velasquez. You can actually search her in Google. But Lizzie Velasquez has a syndrome, MLP syndrome, where it's a really rare congenital disease where you are not able to gain fat. And if you look at her, she's like bones and skin. She doesn't have, she even has no muscles because the muscles will connect to the fat where fat is not present in her body. So it's like she's really skin and bone. And when she grew up normal, even if she has that syndrome, the parents were not like uh were not like treating her in a special way. They treated her normal. She grew up normal. And so in her family, she think that she is okay. She think that she is normal. Hashtag normal. I mean, quote unquote normal. So she thinks that she is normal. And when she went to school, she found out that she is not. So in when she went to school, they think she wanted to make friends with the other girls. And when she goes to them, they were like really scared her at her because of how she is, because of her looks, skin and bones. You know, the other kids at school are startled and really afraid of her. And yeah, she had been bullied in school. And then she found out that she's normal. She's not accepted. She goes to her mom and says, "Why is it that people do not like me?" And from that on, she thinks that she is not worthy. She thinks that she is not enough. She thinks that she is ugly and all the negative adjective after I am. So, see, debunking this myth, you are not born with high self esteem. From the experience of Lizzie, she has a high self esteem because her parents encouraged her. She has a very good environment growing up. But then when she went to school, people did not accept her. People looked at her like she was a monster. And so that self esteem from high went to low because of how she was treated. So yeah, you are not born, nobody's born to have a high self-esteem. You have to actually experience the world and experience people, good and bad people, so that you know that you can work to have a high and stable, and yeah, let's say high, to have a high self-esteem. So from this one, it says here, learn from all of your experiences so that you can actually, uh, you can actually connect all the dots and make the picture, get the picture out of it. So yeah, learn from all your experiences, and that's how you get to work to have a high self-esteem. And yeah, those are the myths that I have. Maybe you have some other myths that you know. Type them down below and share it to the community so that we can all learn from you, from everybody. So yeah, those are the myths that we have. And again, I want to reiterate this. Why did I start with um, you know, telling you all the myths and debunking all these myths? Because sometimes we um, we walk around having carrying these beliefs, and these beliefs that are from our parents, that is passed down from our ancestors down to our parents and to us, and then we think it's the truth, that we don't even test these beliefs if they are actually true. And yeah, because if you're acting on a mistake, on a belief that is not true, then you are going, or you're walking in the wrong path. That is why, that is the reason why I started with the myths. And then the next session, we're going to be talking about self esteem versus self-confidence. What are they? How are they connected and how are they different? So, yeah, I hope you've learned something from this and I hope you are reminded because sometimes we know, like we've heard from somewhere, we've read from somewhere that these myths are actually untrue. But still, we do it because our bodies are so used to doing that. You know, when you meet someone and you say, you're really fat, like we define people with how they look. Like and their achievement as well. Like you see a person and like, oh, you like when you've not seen a person for like 4 years and you see them and like oh uh you've gained weight and like you don't even know how the person is feeling if they have the low self-esteem or the high self-esteem. And it's like when you're depressed and when you're in a low uh, when you have a low self-esteem and people say you're fat and like you believe that being fat you define yourself by being fat and being slim. Like if you are slim you are confident and you look good, hence you are confident, then that will actually affect you. And we're used to that, right? Even if we do not like, we do not intend to actually hurt the person, but we're so used to saying something, because we want to connect that to that person. We say something that is actually hurtful for that person, and our intention is just to connect. So I would like to invite you to watch the things that you do, the things that you say, and actually check if they're working for you and if they are the beliefs that had been passed onto you by your ancestors and by people around you, and you're just doing it because you're so used to it. So yeah, and I'm going to leave you with this from Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10. It says, for we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Christ Jesus so we can do good things He planned for us long ago. So, if we believe in God and if we believe that He is our creator, then you are a masterpiece. You are worthy and accept that you are good. Huwag ka nang magpanggap na hindi mo to alam because you really are awesome. Even if people say you are not, you are awesome. Start from that, accepting that you are God's masterpiece. Hence, you are great, you are good, you are worthy, you are beautiful because you are God's masterpiece. So, I would like to invite you for a discovery call with me if you're struggling with uh, self esteem, with self confidence, and anything about the self, and of course, self sabotage. If you are always in the way of your own success, you can connect with me, message me at my personal Facebook account, Cherry Minas, my Facebook page, Coach Chair, and my join my Facebook group. You can message me there. Self Curiosity to Authentic Growth, and connect with me in this number. Yep. And I would like to thank my resources, Google, Verily Mag, and my experiences, and yep, all the gurus who are ahead of me, who are ahead of the journey, and yep, I have learned from them. So again, tell me what you've learned. What have you learned from this episode? Are these connecting with you? And what can you take from this? What are the actions that you're going to take from this episode? Again, thank you so much for being here. And I would like to invite you again next Thursday at 10 a.m. So, because we're going to talk about self-esteem and self-confidence. So yeah, as we end today's episode, I would like to invite you to visit our coaching hub at the Decaf Coffee Republic, located at Pioneer Center across Unilab Bayanihan Center. Our coaching hub is open physically from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But virtual operations are open 24/7. You can actually connect with Coach Rizel any time of the day, any day of the week, through 0917-586-1661 for your coaching needs. So again, thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next week, same day, same time. Love, bam, boom. Share happiness and love.